everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I post fragrance related content on this platform. If you're joining us for the very first time, please consider subscribing and becoming a part of the family. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Also remember to hit the like and share button, as those are very helpful in ensuring that our videos get to a wider audience. Welcome to a rating of my Paris Corner fragrances. I'm going to rate my Paris Corner fragrances by putting them on this organizer, because I do have quite a lot of Paris Corner fragrances. And please do take note, guys, that no pun intended, this rating is not meant to offend anybody. We all smell fragrances differently. What I may like, you may not, and vice versa. Sitting on number 10, and number 10 being my least favorite, is going to be December Ember. It incorporates that caramel, it does have the plum as well as apple, and then it gets into a mid that has rose and saffron and the ember and the benzoin. But I do feel like the ember is a little bit too heavy in this, to an extent that it's hard for my nose to decipher some of the notes that are in there. So I do not enjoy this fragrance, guys, for that reason, and that is why it has taken number 10 spot. 10 spot again being the worst is going to be Minia, and this time is Caramel Dolce. This is a fragrance, guys, that I find very difficult to even wear. It's very vivid and realistic in the caramel and butter note, and it's a little bit salty. It just does too much, making it feel so buttery, gourmand, popcorny like, in a way that I do not like. And then we have Cur, and this time pistachio. It's too sweet for my liking. It interprets that yum pistachio gelato pretty well, you know, by Cali, but I feel it's doing too much. There is a smoothness that I get in the actual yum pistachio gelato. It's missing in this particular Cur, and for that reason, guys, Cur pistachio is just there in my collection for being there. I really do not care much for this fragrance. Then we have the original Tusquin. Tusquin, the original one, makes use of the peach note together with some of the fruity notes, but they interpret so light to my nose that when I wear this, it just disappears and I cannot hardly smell it, and I just feel a burst of it in the first few minutes when I spray it, and then after that it's gone, and the peach doesn't really come through the way I would like for it to come through. So this is sitting on number 10 for that reason. Last one to take the 10th spot is going to be Fusion. This makes use of the lychee. It's airy, it's fruity, it's summery, but it's another one that really didn't work for me in terms of it as a perfume, because what I'm showing you here is an oil. The oil is a little bit better in terms of performance. I can tolerate the oil, but the fragrance in itself was too weak. Before we get to number 9, let me just put this one here, because this and this are the same, just to show you that Paris Corner do now have minis. Okay, number 9 kicks off with Tusquin, but this time this one is Marina. It's a summer scent. This is fruity. It could even have, I don't know, maybe watermelon and stuff. It just, to me, feels like a body mist, and feels the same way I feel about the original Tusquin. The peach one is the same way I feel about this, but why it's on number 9 is because the Marina at least has a little bit of depth. It also has a little bit more sweetness than I get in the original Tusquin. Next on the 9th spot is going to be Banana Bliss, simply because even after giving this one numerous tries and letting it sit for the longest time, it failed to define the banana in it. This is a fragrance that's supposed to have banana, whipped cream, and coconut, all the yummy stuff, but it just presents as a muffled gourmand that, you know, fails to live up to especially that banana. So this instead brings out more of a synthetic accord of that banana, and something in here feels very confectionery, you know, like you're smelling biscuits or something like that. So it took 9th spot. And we have Papillon de Vence. Papillon de Vence, guys, is a Gucci gorgeous orchid smell alike, but I do not care in general for that particular DNA in its original formulation or in its dupe version, which is this Papillon de Vence. So it takes number 9 because it's just a DNA that I really do not care much for. Then we have Echelle Musk. Okay, I like the Kayali Musk 12. a lot. And this is Shell Musk, supposed to be inspired by that Musk 12, and I don't get the same in this. This is so toned down, this is so soft, it just smells like powder to me, and that's it. So yeah, it's not a favorite. On number 8, guys, I'm going to start with Caramel Bash. This is another one that kind of feels like this, okay, but they're not dupes. It is a mishmash of a lot going on, ending up really not having an identity, if you will. The caramel is so muffled, guys, in the spices, the cloves, and the woods, to an extent that it was a disappointment. So takes number 8 spot. Then we have Eternal Meadows. In this fragrance, guys, I do get a greenness that is somewhat pistachio-like, but very light. Meadows ends up being a light green scent with zero character, really, to me. So that's why it's sitting on number 8. The last one to take 8th spot is going to be Strawberry Pound Cake. I had high expectations, guys, based on just the presentation. I thought I'm going to experience a very vivid strawberry scent, even creamy to an extent. It does list a note of milk, but that doesn't save it. This fragrance is gone before I even know it. It's one of the weakest on the House of Paris corner, and another one again that fails to shine through in terms of communicating. So now, before I get to number 7, let me give a quick shout out to our products. Proud Mary Extract de Parfum by Macedon Perfumes and Numéro 2 by Macedon Perfumes. These are fragrances that I created under the brand Macedon Perfumes, established in 2024. If you would like to purchase those fragrances, you can do so right here on YouTube or on our website, macedonperfumes.com. Both are straight concentration, both are unisex. Proud Mary is 120 ml, while Numéro 2 is 100 ml. Numéro 2 simply means number 2 in French, and it is our second release, while Proud Mary was our flagship fragrance. We also have a combo deal where you can buy both of them, guys, and save some coins. Cake Temptations is the one that kicks off on number 7 spot. This one's note pyramid is very weird. It just lists fruits, and more fruits. This is a synthetic fragrance. I wore this fragrance and I find it plasticky. I find it playful. So Cake Temptations is on number 7. Next one to take 7th spot is going to be Casella Noir. This is Pandora's interpretation of Chanel Coco Noir. They nailed this DNA, guys, honestly, but it lacks in lasting power, and that is why I put it on 7th spot. Another one which I actually really like, but unfortunately lacks in performance, is their Cherry Cola. Paris Corner's Cherry Cola is inspired by Tonka Cola, and I absolutely love the DNA in general, guys. The fact that it does have that Coca-Cola note. I put this Paris Corner one on number 7 because it lacks in performance. It just gives you like a tease off, so it did not tick the boxes enough for me not to buy the real one. So yeah, Cherry Cola is at number 7. And the last one taking 7th position is of their Monster collection, and this one's Cafe Intense. Beautiful scent, very beautiful scent, but fails, to hold its own, is the reason why I put this one at 7th spot. Number 6, guys, we start off strong with Pinkling. Pinkling is Paris Corner's interpretation of fragrance du bois, Serene, and I don't care for Serene as well. So this is not to say Paris Corner did not do a good job on Pinkling, but Serene is just not a fragrance that I care for much. It presents a cherry, and then it gets into an incense, and something in there is just sort of like push and pull, and that's the same thing that Pinkling does. Pinkling is on 6th position. And then we have Eternal Coffee. If you love coffee in your fragrances, this is going to satisfy that. It's coffee in milk. It's dark, it's toasty. I get more wear from this fragrance when I wear it on thickly woven clothing. It's an old release, but I wouldn't really like rush and go buy it if it got finished in my collection, because it's okay. It lives up to the name coffee, but it's just so. Kissagala is the next one, right? I get all powder in this. It is inspired by Huda's Easy Bake. So this is going to be all powder. I think it's also got some coconut and musk. It's not memorable to me. There's a little bit of some violet in this fragrance, but I'm not particularly crazy about the overall DNA in itself. And then we have a Soothing Sapphire, another 13 by Le Labo clone or dupe, right? And the note pyramid by Paris Corner on this one lists jasmine, amber, tonka bean, musk, and ockmoss, as well as woods. This is light, this is airy, this is fresh, this is clean. It's just like smelling cold ice, basically. So yeah, I wear it, but it did not manage to cross over to the best. Okay, so it is sitting on number 6, and it's called Soothing Sapphire. The last one taking 6th spot is going to be Vibrant Vertiver Delight. This is inspired by Byredo's Bal de Freak. I do have Byredo's Bal de Freak, and both fragrances, guys, the inspiration and the real thing are just super soft. This is an easy reach to me. It does make use of the citruses and very light florals and a very light vetiver, if you will. But it's the performance. It's the performance that put it on number 6. Next one taking 6th position is going to be Zodiac Stratos. I just unfortunately haven't found a fragrance from the Zodiac line that I actually like. This Stratos is a little bit bearable than the other ones that I had to declutter. I remember the Lunaries had a little bit of oud maracuja-ish in it, and I decluttered it for that reason. And there was the Sol Maris. The one I kept is this Stratos, right? This is somewhat saved a little bit by the aldehydes in it that give it an airy flow. I mean, it's moss, patchouli, lavender, ginger. It is an okay fragrance. It is the one that I thought to just save out of the entire Zodiac line that I had from Paris Corner. So yeah, it is here, and it takes 6th position. On number 5, guys, we're going to start strong with Caramel Cascade. I did have my Caramel Cascade. I wore it. I enjoyed it. I found it louder than Lattafa Eclair. Both fragrances drawing inspiration of that Bianco Latte. And it is a fragrance that I'll still, give its accolade. It is a beautiful fragrance. And then we have Ophidian Black Cherry. They gave us a Billie Eilish Smell Alike in the same line. And they gave us a Stefan Humbert Lucas God of Fire Smell Alike in the line. Black Cherry is sort of like a smoking cherry something. Okay, some get that cherry by Kali in this, and yeah, it's on number 5. Another one on number 5 is going to be Eternal Musk. Now, a quick one, guys. Remember I told you about this musk, the pink musk, the shell musk, all right? If Paris Corner had said this Eternal Musk is the one that draws inspiration of Musk 12, then perhaps it would have made sense to my nose, because this one is a little bit defined. This one, when I got it, immediately reminded me of Musk 12 by Kali, and I bought it in multiples, and it's one that I will always have in my collection. It's a gorgeous musk, guys. And then we have Miel Vanille, a fragrance that draws inspiration of that vanilla powder. The vanilla powder fragrance in itself is not a favorite of mine. I find it heady. I find it too thick. It's too creamy. It's just a push and pull. And that's the same thing I get in this, though this I can wear. Vanilla powder, I've stopped at just the travel sizes because it just harasses my nose, guys. So Miel Vanilla is at number 5. Then we have La Nuit Pandora. I credit this very fragrance for me exploring the entire house of Paris Corner, the entire house of Paris Corner was due to this fragrance. I saw this fragrance on Amazon years ago, and when I bought it, I had no idea that it would be an inspiration to Le Nuit Trésor. And when I sprayed it, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. And coincidentally, I did have Le Nuit Trésor in my collection, but in travel size, and I stopped there because this one gave me a good serving of that particular fragrance, and it was a little bit lighter, which is what I prefer. If you have Le Nuit Trésor, you will know that it is pretty much on the pushy side in terms of its dark rose. This is a lighter interpretation, and it does last a good while. It takes a 5th position. On a 5th spot is going to be Kahila Lux and Platinum on the side. Okay, so these two fragrances have been in my collection for the longest time. Lux inspired by Kayali's Ember, and the Kahila Platinum inspired by the Le Beau by Jean Paul Gaultier. These fragrances I enjoyed a lot. The Platinum has got a bubble gum note and a fresh clean water note in it. It's very airy, while the Lux is doing the complete opposite. This is going to have the booze, the dark chocolate, the woods, but it's a nice, very niche fragrance to my nose. Both sit at 5th position. Still taking 5th position is going to be Fig Hug, a fragrance drawing inspiration of Born to Stand Up. Fig. Oh, okay. Some of the names that these perfumers are giving their fragrances are really weird. Okay, so this one is inspired by that Fig one by Born to Stand Out. It's beautiful fragrance. I actually do enjoy it. It's got a vivid fig note. It's very nostalgic to me. I guess that is why I am biased towards it. So 5th position again is taken by Fig Hug. Now the last one on 5th position is going to be Lactia Divina, Paris Corner's interpretation of Blanche Betty. This is a creamy, milky, lactonic, powdery scent, and I do enjoy it. And to those who are not new on this channel, you will know that I did have a full bottle of Lactia Divina. On number 4, we kick off with this gourmand Affogato al Cafe. This is a gourmand. It's sweet, it's toffee-like, it's yummy, it's gooey, okay, and it has remnants of that chocolate in it. Takes 4th spot. And then we have Oravia, a Chanel Chance ou Splendid smell-alike, and this is very good in terms of representing that DNA. Paris Corner nailed it, but I absolutely do love Oravia. Next is Alma Verde. So Paris Corner was very late. This is like super late on the Vibrato DNA, and the Vibrato DNA is gorgeous. I think it has grapefruit, it has ginger, citruses, it's sparkly, it's clean, it's zesty, and that is what I get in this bottle. Then we have Choco Cult. It's a fragrance that's comprised of like caramel, dark chocolate. There's going to be a coconut in this, cacao, a zesty feel coming from the orange and the bergamot, and it also is going to have that peach note and butter. So a lot is happening in this fragrance, guys, but okay enough to keep. It's Choco Cult. Next we have May Wish. This is honey in almond and pistachio. It is a pretty enjoyable scent, similar to Baclavia Royale by Navitus. I love this one, guys. And the next up is Mango Punch. This draws inspiration off that Willem mango. It gets better with time. It's sparkly, it's citrusy, it's very much reminiscent of a peel of a mango, but that mango does not last. However, the trick to this one, to making it last, is to wear it on thickly woven clothing. So I do enjoy it, guys, especially in summer. I find it very easy to wear, so airy, and I find it so mood lifting. The last one sitting at number 4 in terms of rating is going to be Protégé Noir. Some get Minuit et Demi in this fragrance, and some get Changing Constants. I have smelled Minuit et Demi in a tester form, and I cannot remember it being similar to this. I do enjoy this. To me, it's a spicy, sweet caramel scent in that nectarous accord. I think there's peach or apricot in this fragrance, and then there's dark chocolate and tonka to tie it. So it is also long lasting, and it is the last one taking the number 4 spot. So Paris Corner has got this line. I love the look of these bottles. Now, starting with Gladiator's Oath, this is a caramel fragrance in cardamom and amber. It is heavyweight if I'm to rate it with these other three. I love it. It's just one of those amber scents that have character. And then we have Beyond the Wall. Oud Beyond the Wall, I'm going this way, guys, if you noticed. Oud Beyond the Wall is a scent that also incorporates that fig note. I do love fig fragrances, honestly. Maybe because we grew up around them. Oud Beyond the Wall, which is this one, is a beautiful scent that makes use of that fig note that I like. In as much as it has cardamom, apple, clary sage, some sandalwood, tonka, and stuff. I absolutely love this fragrance, guys. And then we have Romance Reverie. This is their interpretation of Early Anniversary by Zerjov, and gorgeous. I think you can see the dent there. May not be much for some, but for a person with a huge collection like this, you know that I do love a fragrance if I dent it like this, or if I dent it like that. Third position, guys, we start off strong with Zahi Amara. It's fruity, it's fun, it's young. This is the opposite of the caramel bash, okay, that is twinning with it. This is the opposite. This one has been likened to One Umbrella for Two by Floraiku. It's sitting pretty in my heart as top 3 from Paris Corner. Now, next up is this one, Cherry Gossip. This gives me designer fragrance vibes. This is a juice that's just going to remind you of how fragrances were before the niche craze. It's one of those lazy ones. If I'm just looking for something I can splash on, I can wear this. It takes number 3 position, and I like the fact that it keeps on getting bolder and bolder, so it is perfect. And if you know me, you know Indomitable was going to get a high rating. To me, it's Fanta in a bottle. Fanta from the brand Coca-Cola in a bottle. I don't know how Paris Corner did it, but this is the most joyous citrusy scent that I have in my collection. A good splash on for summer. Then we get to Peach de Lulu. And I'm going to give credit to Peach de Lulu for opening up this peach craze, especially from the clone houses. We got this one, and then we got another one from Zemaya and other renditions of the peach scented scents. This was the one we got from Paris Corner, Peach and Guava. It's of course not as good as the Zemaya one, but I like it. I like it enough to put it on number 3. Next up is this sweet, sticky, citrusy, caramelly, toffee, fudgy feel of a fragrance. Patisserie. It can be a little bit too much, but you know, with this one being likened to Zerjov's, is it Italica, I'm tempted to actually buy Italica, especially in 30 mils, to see what it's doing, because I do not have a problem with patisserie. I find it an interesting enough scent and bold and long lasting. That's why I put it there. And we have Zesty, and Zesty has been said to draw inspiration of Lyra. It's very soft. It's going to have that lemon, candied lemon accord. I wish you could see where the dent is. It is somewhere here where the Vove sticker ends. This feminine, pretty scent that lingers. It could be better in performance, but I like it. Sitting on number 2 is Prodigy. This is a gourmand that is spicy. The longer this fragrance has stayed in my collection, I get something that I get from out here in this fragrance. So this could be a standalone. I remember bringing it here, saying that I had come across some people on fragrance chat likening this one to a Zerjov. I'm speaking here in my own capacity. I do get something in here that feels like a little tea. That cinnamon is very rich in this fragrance. It's bold, will last the whole day. It's Prodigy, and it's sitting at number 2. Then we have Frenetic Delicious. I like the fact that Paris Corner decided to give us this one, more so that Dio's Fave Delicious, the real thing, was discontinued. It has chocolate. It's also boozy. It's sweet. It's vanilla. It's going to have that nostalgic effect about it. If I can get a backup bottle of this, I will certainly secure it, because it's a nice fragrance. Unfortunately, this was a limited edition or release from Paris Corner. I don't know what criteria they were using to give this fragrance out. It's a beautiful fragrance. It is zesty. It has orange blossom, but it's something that I just mention from time to time because I don't want to take anything away from it, but at the same time, I find it a little bit pointless to talk about a fragrance that is not readily available for everybody. But I just wanted to put it there as top 2. And we have Date Caramel. If you know me, you know I love Swiss Arabian's Vanilla Toffee. This is an option to vanilla toffee. It smells exactly like vanilla toffee. It will live up to the caramel, guys. Caramel toffee sticky sweet situation is what is in this bottle, but I absolutely enjoy it. Sitting at number 2 is Date Caramel. Papillon also sits at number 2, guys. It draws inspiration of D&G Devotion. I like Paris Corner's interpretation of it in the sense that Devotion is a sticky fragrance to my nose, and there are times when I want to feel that way, and there are times when I want to wear this one instead, this Jardin de Papillons, because of how the candied lemon here vibes as softer than what I get in the real thing. So yes, number 2 spot is also taken by Jardin de Papillons, and the last one taking number 2 position is going to be Vibrant Orange and Neroli. This shares similarities with Byredo's Sun Dazed, marshmallow sugared candy scent in a zesty orange. Absolutely love this Vibrant Orange and Neroli. I also even get a little bit of Oriana in this fragrance. I do. And finally, we have the ones that make it to number 1. Starting with Fayora, guys. Paris Corner's interpretation on Damo Bianca, followed by Chocolate, a fragrance that somehow feels similar to Keali's Oud Gazem. And then we have Rifahat, one of Paris Corner's biggest sellers, draws inspiration of YSL's Baby Cat. And then we have Delzura, and in this case, Vanilla Envy. This feels a lot like Phantasmagory to me. Miel Obscura made it on number 1. This is a beautiful, sophisticated scent, mature. There is honey in this fragrance and some florals. And then we have the Show Magnifique. This one feels like Can't Stop Loving You by Killian, and I have raved about this a lot. Marshmallow Blush is in the same vein as Keali's Yambuji Marshmallow, and I love this one. And recently added Danielle Renee's fragrance. He nailed this composition. It's got chocolate and cherry, but absolutely amazing. Then we have Double Black. Double Black, guys, is a fragrance that's not for everybody. I would say to try it, but it draws inspiration of Killian's Back to Black. Another one with that nostalgic feel about it. And the last 2, guys, are going to be Felicity. This is in oil concentration, and Felicity draws inspiration of that Wedding Seal Centaur. Then the last one is going to be Confession, a fragrance similar to Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Belle. Those are my Paris Corner number 1 fragrances. And, oops, I'm noticing that there are some fragrances that I completely forgot. We're not going to rate them, it's too late for that, but just wanted to show you guys that my collection goes on and on. These are here because they are a lineup for the month of June on my tray. So I didn't talk about Wabi, didn't talk about the pineapple one, the Pour Me Wild, the Chiao, and this one. And there's probably more somewhere tucked in the house, but we're going to leave it at this because look at this. I have so many Paris Corners in my collection, some in vial form, some I didn't even bother to dig out because I didn't want the video to take an eternity. So this is what I had for you guys. Let me know which ones are your favorite Paris Corner fragrances, and we can talk in the comment section. Remember to turn on post notifications, guys, that way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers, guys.